Okay, so Neha, the thing is like Harshit, one important thing I have to say you. Yesterday, yeah, hi Adya, how are you? Adya? Okay, let her join with the audio. Harshit, one important thing I have to say you, as I have told you in the first class, that is yesterday. So we have completed two chapters. The first chapter is separation of substance, and the second one is body movements. So we have completed, and we are now starting with the third chapter, that is components of food. The thing is, you have to go through the recordings for separation of substance as well as for the body movements, entire recording. And I want you to complete the portions of these two chapter. Maximum you have to take 3 weeks, not more than that. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
So maximum 3 weeks, minimum you can complete in 2 weeks also if it is possible for you. But maximum you can complete them in 3 weeks. Nothing is there, just follow the PPTs and that's all. Nothing much.
Okay.
And anytime if you have any doubt, you are free to ask me. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Because we cannot repeat the chapter again as we are running out of time. So time is the main constraint. So we are starting with a new chapter, that is components of food. Yesterday I started with body movements. I gave you a glimpse, right? I told you what is joint and how we can move. We spoke about plant movements and all. So you just continue the chapter. First you complete this, body movements. You complete that chapter. Then if you have any doubt, you can ask your friends. Neha, Bhavesh, Adya is also your friends. You can ask them. Or if you have any doubt, you can ask me also. Yeah?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So now, Adya, are you there? You're not audible?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, you're audible now. Then what about your recordings completed? Separation of substance, Adya?
No, ma'am, completing. I'm covering them.
You have to. By now, you should say, ma'am, you please ask me some questions from there.
Ma'am, I'm not being in my house, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So, till how much you covered?
Ma'am, like 4 or 5 videos.
4, 5 is very less, no, Adya?
Yes, ma'am, but we are going outside. Yes, because
Okay, I can understand your points, but try to cover. Okay.
covered them all.
You will be very, you'll be behind. See, Neha and Bhavesh are very forward. They completed two chapters. They are very thorough. I hope so. They're very thorough in the both the chapters.
Yes, ma'am.
So now Harshit is there. Harshit, for you also same condition. I'm not panicking you guys, but I'm telling you have to be fast forward. You have to prove that you are more good than them in these chapters. That is
Okay.
an important thing.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so please try to cover. And body movements, what about that, Adya? Did you understand body movements?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
You're okay, but still you need to thorough some points, some more
Yes.
points.
Only joints names about them like that only.
Okay, fine. So please cover that also.
Okay, ma'am.
So we will now move to components of food. So can Adya, you were also not present that class, right? On that class when we started components of food.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, then Neha, just give an introduction to them. What is components of food? What we studied? Just these 3 slides we studied. Just give them an intro on these three.
So, what is food? Food is food. We need food. We need food to do our daily chores. We need energy. We get energy from food. So we have to eat food to do our daily chores. So if you don't eat food, you won't be able to do your tasks, and you'll feel tired. You won't be able to be energetic that day, and you need to eat food. We also learn about some states here. Their item of grain, item of dal or meat, vegetables, and other food items. So here Punjab, item of grain is makki, which is corn, and roti, which is chapati. So then item of dal or meat is rajma, which are also known as kidney beans. And vegetables are sarson saag, mustard leaf curry. And others, curd and ghee. Like almost all the states have curd and ghee as others. Then Andhra Pradesh, item of grain rice. Like it's a southern state, so most of the southern states eat rice, their main item. Next item of dal is tur dal and rasam, which is also known as charu in Telugu. And vegetable is kunduru.
That is actually lady's finger, no? Dondakai is lady's finger. Yeah.
And some other vegetable.
Oh, some other vegetable. So dondakai means you don't know, that is not Telugu.
Ma'am, it's not dondakai. It's bendakai.
Dondakai. So that is not 1 minute. Please be here. Yes. So then we have Maharashtra. So in Maharashtra, we have item of grain is millet. So these things we searched in Google. So and then we spoke about what is the state? I don't know. It's Karnataka.
Yes, ma'am, Karnataka.
Okay. So in Karnataka also rice and ragi. An item of dal is sambar, rasam. So most of the south states they follow this meal. Rasam, sambar, rice. In north, if you see, it's roti mostly, right? So do you guys know any other state other than this? Like you can say item of grain, item of dal, vegetable, others. Harshita, Nadia. Any other state? No idea. Okay.
No.
Okay. So then we started talking about nutrients. So nutrients is a very common term. Everybody know, right? You people also would be knowing. Nutrients are the substance that provide nourishment essential for the maintenance of life and for growth. So what is the nutrition, Harshit? Come on.
And nutritions are
What is a nutrient? What is nutrient?
that is used for our daily acts, like growth of our body.
Correct. So some of the nutrients.
Ma'am?
Some of the nutrients that you know.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
Is my voice breaking?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Forgot to ask, what about homework, Neha?
Ma'am, I have done it.
You're done? Did the stats?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can share the statistics now. Maybe in the, like now means like in the video, or you can share your screen if you have some PPT or something like that, or notebook.
Ma'am, I just wrote it down.
Okay, you can show the video.
Just a minute, I'll get it.
Yeah. So Adya and Harshit, you can listen. So what are the nutrients? So nutrients are the substance that provide nourishment essential for the maintenance of life and for growth. They are categorized into several groups. So what is a nutrient? So that is helping us, as Harshit said, that is helping us in many ways for growth, for repair, for other things. Right. So some of the major nutrients that are required in our day-to-day life are carbohydrates, proteins, like proteins, and anything else? Carbohydrates, proteins, anything else?
And fats,
Fats.
vitamin minerals.
Vitamin, mineral, very good. So now the thing is like
Protein.
proteins, very good. So these things are some of the major nutrients that we require to run our life, right? So the question is, what is the source? Where do we get this from? We get this from
Food, ma'am.
food. We get these
Yes,
things from
ma'am.
food. So especially what kind of foods? That is what in the slide is telling you. So the function, then first we are talking about carbohydrates. So carbohydrates is the primary source of energy of the body. Especially in South India, we take carbohydrates a lot, right? Why did I say that?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, rice, ma'am.
Exactly. No. We take a lot of rice items. We
Yes.
do we eat rice. In some houses we even the tiffin items we make out of rice. Dosa, idli are like
Ma'am, and brown rice, red rice.
yes, we have all kind of rices also. Even the tiffin items we make it out of rice. Idli, dosa is nothing but the rice batter, no? So rice is the very primary source of energy of body, not only here, in every state, like in every area. So majorly where we are getting this carbohydrate. So grains, you can tell fruits, vegetable, legumes, sugar, also rice, primarily rice. And these are the sources from where you can get types. If you go to types, you have simple carbohydrates, that is sugar, complex carbohydrate, that is starches and fiber. So you'll be knowing this, this North Indians, they look somewhat very slim than us, no? Because they slim in the sense like their body structure is different and ours is different. Did you ever feel that?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, because they take their primary crop is wheat. It's not rice.
Only roti, ma'am.
Roti, yeah. They will cry with roti. They will laugh with roti. They will sleep with roti. They will do everything with roti only. So roti in the sense like they are eating wheat as their primary crop. So in wheat, you don't have carbohydrates actually. Wheat is like, you cannot say it doesn't have 100%, but somewhat it doesn't have. So that is why they don't take in the sugar. It means that they are not taking in the sugar. So you have the sugars also in carbohydrates, you have sugars. So sugar is something very harmful to health if you take in more number. It
Yes.
leads to many problems, obviously. So we South Indians are very good in that. We take sugar all the time. We put double sugar coffee, we put double sugar tea, we put double sugar boost. We eat
Yeah.
rice also, we eat every sweet. South India is famous for sweets also. Badusha, jangri, halwa, no limits. So that is why there is a difference between the body structure of South Indians and North Indians because they don't take that much sugar. So where the sugar content is so high, sugar content is very high in carbohydrates. That is simple carbohydrates. Complex carbohydrates are nothing but starches and fiber. So basically there are two kind of carbohydrates you should keep in mind. Please make a note also if you want. Yes, Bhavesh, why are you late? I didn't drop the message in group today. Please join students. That's why you're late. Yes? No? So I didn't do any mistake. Did I do any mistake?
No, ma'am, my school bus got late.
Oh, okay. No problem. No issues. So Neha and Bhavesh, what about the homework? Okay, let Bhavesh rest for some time. Neha, you tell me, like you can show the no homework. Okay. So basically, Neha, can you explain what I said you to do and what you did? Can you give a oral limitation? Just give me an oral explanation. You are muted. You're muted. You're muted.
You asked to note down the age groups like which are mostly affected by the vitamin deficiencies.
Okay.
So for vitamin A, it's vitamin A deficiencies mostly affect young children and also pregnant women.
Mm-hmm.
And then vitamin D, people like affect vitamin D deficiency affect like people who are 60 or above. And vitamin C deficiency affect mostly 20 to 50 years people. And vitamin D, it affects 65 and above. Vitamin E, it's 14 to 18 years. Mostly they get affected. And vitamin K, it's for infants and like which are below 6 months.
Okay. Okay, fine. So Adya and Harshit, did you guys get what I asked and what she did? Yes. Harshit and Adya. Harshit and Adya, did you get what I asked and what she did? Yeah, you are not audible, both of you.
Mom, Adya was there in the last class.
Adya was there.
Yes, ma'am.
So Adya, you should also would have submitted the homework. Is Bhavesh, what about your homework? Yes, come on.
What?
Homework.
And what's the homework, ma'am?
Not you, Harshit. I'm asking to Bhavesh. Yeah, Bhavesh.
I think I did not do it.
You didn't write. You did or not?
I don't know. I don't know.
You did somewhat.
What's the homework?
The homework is to do the statistics on vitamin A, D, E, K. I told you people go and find like which age group is getting affected by which kind of vitamin deficiencies.
I did not do it.
Why?
It's like I did not got time to do it. Like,
Okay, fine. So Adya, what about you?
Ma'am, I'll complete it and give it to you tomorrow.
No issues. Take your time. Yes. Adya,
Yes, ma'am.
what about your homework?
Ma'am, I didn't do.
Why?
Ma'am, I was not there, ma'am, that time. I will
Okay,
submit tomorrow.
fine. Okay. So that is all about carbohydrates. Now you got what is carbohydrates? Everybody? Harshit,
Yes, ma'am.
Adya, Bhavesh, yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now going to proteins. So proteins have a nickname. Now they are the building blocks of the human body, building blocks of our body. So they're very essential for your growth, repair, and maintenance of tissue. They also play an important role in enzyme and hormone production. So you people would have heard this, like that you have hair fall, they will tell you to use the egg white. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is because egg white is rich in proteins, and proteins are helping in repair works. So wherever your body cells are there, so wherever you need a repair work, so proteins are very good in that. So you need protein daily for your body because protein greatly help in repairing your tissues and body cells. Taking high amount of protein, it's not like very high amount. Nominal amount of protein is good for health. Yes. Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So that is all about protein. That is a function of the protein. Now, sources. What is the source? Where do we get the protein from? So meat, fish, dairy products, legumes, nuts, seeds, egg, pulses. So pulses we take daily. We do sambar, we do normal pulse we take. So we have pulses, we are taking in the pulses in our day-to-day life, every day, right? Okay, so amino acids. So we know that building blocks of the body is protein, and building block of protein is amino acid. For example, I shown one picture also that day. So the protein is actually made up of amino acid. No, protein is made up of amino acid. So once you intake the protein, your body will try to break down the protein into amino acids, and they'll try to digest it and absorb the things from there. Okay. So these are the essential amino acids that body cannot synthesize and must be obtained from food. So simple thing. So if you can something, can you tell me some enzymes or something that your body can synthesize on its own?
Saliva.
Saliva. So that day we discussed about this. Saliva, we can like we can secrete our own saliva. Tears also. Tears. We can make our own tears. We don't want to get it from others. So like that, we have so many enzymes in our body that are secreted by our body itself. But even for that, we need some basic energy in our body. We need some basic system. Some system is needed to even do that. Right. So even to make saliva, I need energy in my body. So your body is basically, they cannot synthesize anything on
Ma'am,
their own.
sweat.
Sweat also. Yeah. So basically, you cannot synthesize anything on your own. You need some external help from anyone, right? Okay. Then we were talking about fats, and then we were talking about vitamins. Yes, can Neha or Bhavesh explain the fats and vitamins?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
fats are the extra. Fats also give us energy, and they are stored by our body.
Yeah, correct. They also are helping us to do something. Yeah.
And fats give more. Ma'am, fats keep us warm, ma'am.
They give us long-term energy, as you
They give.
mentioned. Yeah.
Ma'am, they question organs, delicate organs.
Yeah. Yeah. So they are protecting organs. That is the one point here, and aiding in the absorption of fat soluble vitamins. So A, D, E, K are fat soluble vitamins, and you have something called water soluble vitamins also. That is vitamin C and vitamin B, for examples. And fat soluble vitamins are A, D, E, K. So you need some fat also for your body. So fat is a long-term energy, right? So it's like if you become fat, it's very hard to reduce your weight. A long-term problem in everyone's life, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Nadia is telling yes. Yeah, even for me, everyone, it's a big problem. So it is a long-term energy, pack of energy. That is the problem with fat. If it once comes to your body, it never goes. That is the biggest problem of them. They are long-term energy resource, but they are very important for us. That is obvious. So they're very important for our cell structure, protecting the organs and aiding the absorption of fat soluble vitamins. Yes, sources very obvious. Where do we get fat from? We get fat from oil majorly, right? If you
Butter.
take, yeah, butter, oil,
Fatty fish.
yeah,
Fatty
fish.
fish.
So a lot of things, lot of art. So you can just blindly say
And
that
meat.
whatever is, yeah, meat.
Junk also,
Meat,
ma'am.
Yeah, from meat. Yes.
Junk.
Yeah, correct, correct. So you can just say that from wherever, whatever this oily food, fried items, if you take more, if you intake them more, you will get, obviously, you will be fatty. Yes. So vitamins. The vitamins are
And
just
obesity.
obesity. Exactly. The exact word is obesity, as Bhavesh said. You will be ending up in obesity. So that is why they are called as long-term energy, because they give you obesity. Very easily they give you. Okay, now going to vitamins. These vitamins are just opposite of these fats, but we don't like them. That is a problem, right? So the organic compounds that are crucial for metabolic process, immune functions, and cellular health. Vitamins are, you don't have to think about anything if you are having vitamins in your body. Just vitamins are enough. They are very, very, very crucial for your metabolic process. What is what do you mean by metabolic process? Cell processes. A cell is doing multiple work in your body, right? A nerve cell is doing some work. Your kidney cell is doing some work. Yes,
Mom, are there cells in brain?
what?
Are there cells in brain?
I'm not getting you.
Mom, there are cells in brain, right?
Yeah, we have cells in brain. That is neural cells, no?
Oh.
Neurons. We say them neurons. Neural cells we have. Our brain is made up of neural cells that actually, look like this. Somewhat, it have like this.
I mean, it looks like a
Star.
some
like that.
chain burst out of a wall.
Yeah.
Like
it
that.
looks like this. I'll show you. I think the screen won't be visible now.
It looks like a chain burst out of a wall.
Yeah. So neurons.
And neurons and sensory neurons.
Yeah. This is exactly. Yeah, what?
Sensory neurons also there.
Sensory neurons means what is the meaning of that? It helps us to in senses, no? We have sense in our ear, we have sense in our nose, we have sense in our mouth, tongue, helping us to sense something. Yes, sensory activities. Brain is everything. Without brain, you cannot sense anything. The brain is the mid part,
Move also.
the head. Yeah, you cannot even move. So basically, what is happening? My hand, if I want to raise my hand, my brain should give permission to raise my hand. Yes, so brain is the boss. So if it gives permission to raise my hand, I can raise. So basically, those who are paralyzed, that connection won't be there. So they wanted to raise the hand, but there is no connection between their hand cells and the brain cells. So there is no connection between the nerves. Brain cannot give, okay, raise the hand. Brain cannot give the, permission, and they cannot raise the hand. That is what exactly happening in paralyzed condition. So some people cannot move their hands or legs, even though they wanted to, right? So what is exactly happening? There is no connection between your brain cells and your other part of the cells.
And there's no bloodline connection over there.
Connection is not there. Yes, exactly. So brain cannot give, okay, do that. Cannot give that. Some people are coma. People will be in coma. So in that case,
is hurt.
yeah, the brain will be working actually, but they cannot see, they cannot talk. They wants to talk, they want to do something, but they cannot do. Again, there is a loss of connectivity. Yes. But people will be saying, if the people are in coma, they can understand. If whatever you talk, they will be knowing that. People used to say, right? They can take in, but they cannot give back. Reaction is not possible. Whatever you tell them, they can take that only. They can do the action, but the reaction, they cannot give you the reaction. Reflex action is not possible. Got it? All of you? So this is how the neural cells look like. So you can see the star-like structure, these. So whatever I drawn, this like this, somewhat it will be there. So these are the neural cells. It's present in your brain. Your brain is made up of these kind of cells. Yes? Okay, then we had an interesting talk on kurkures and lays. We will be having this. I think today also we'll stop in exactly the trans fat area. So kurkure, and let's see, you people, Adya and Harshit, do you guys like kurkure and lays?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And I worship to kurkure.
You don't like kurkure?
Ma'am, I don't like kurkure, but I like lace. And I worship.
Worship kurkure. See, he worships kurkure. Unfortunately, I don't like both of them. I like them. I do eat. If you give me, I'll eat full day also. But it's not like voluntary. I'll go and buy and eat. I'm not that crazy. So let's see what's there actually inside kurkure and lays. Now, kurkure lays are the very popular snack. Some people are addicted to it. If they just see the kurkure packet color also, they'll buy. If you see Dhoni in that kurkure packet, they'll buy. If you see Virat Kohli in that, they'll buy. If you see some Sonam Kapoor, they will buy. So some people are crazy for that, and some people are crazy for the kurkure colors: green color, white color, not white color, blue color, red color, orange color. Crazy for colors. Some people are crazy for obviously the taste. Taste is the best thing, no? But we don't know what is exactly kurkure and what is lace. What's actually happening there? They're very known. They're very popularly in chips variety, a chips variety, snack variety, especially in India, especially like in your kind of kids these ages. Concerns about harmful substance in these products often. So we all know that these are all not good for health. Agree, Adya
Yes,
and Harshit?
ma'am.
They are not good for health.
Yes, ma'am.
Or do you
Yes,
people
ma'am.
want to fight with me that they are good, ma'am? No,
No, ma'am.
they are not good. But still, we eat them. We eat them
Yes,
a
ma'am.
lot. Every day, some people eat every day also. Yes. Now we'll see what's actually happening inside them. There is something called trans fat. So trans fat can be formed during the hydrogenation of oil. So hydro means hydrogen. Genation means birth. So it's basically kind of, you can now understand, in oils you are removing the hydrogen from oil. Kind of something you can understand like that. Don't want to go into deep chemistry. So which sometime used in the preparation of snack foods to increase their shelf life. What do you mean by shelf life?
Ma'am, the days which are like,
Ma'am, so they can
ma'am,
Yes,
the days
live
are
in fridge
available
for
to eat.
a long period of time.
exactly.
So they
To
can
increase the expiry date.
like survive.
Yeah, they
Survive
can
without
survive.
a
How many days can it consumed also, ma'am?
Yeah. So correct. Shelf life in the cells. How many days you can basically keep that in your shelf? That's all. How many days you can keep them in your shelves? That's all. Obviously, we won't keep them in our shelf. We will be immediately taking in that once we buy. But yes, that is the shelf life. Means how long you can keep that, how long you can preserve that exact word. So many health authorities have linked trans fat to an increased risk of heart disease. So what is the see fat? If I say commonly fat, that itself not good for your health. But something called as trans fat is extremely harmful for your heart because your heart cannot hold much fat. If you are giving lot of trans fats or normal fat also, you would have seen this thing. People who are having the heart attacks, heart cardiac arrest, those people would have taken more oily foods. Some category would be like they'll be stressing their heart more. Those people also can get, but majorly because of food items. In their food, the fatty substance will be more. That leads to heart diseases, lot of heart diseases. So basically, it increases your heart disease, not now, in future. Because fat is something, the advantage, that sorry, advantage, it's the disadvantage of fat is that it acts slowly. If you're taking now, like after 2 to 3 years, you will know that you have become fat, actually, no. It's not like immediately you will not know what's really happening inside your body. Slowly, it will increase your heart diseases. However, many companies have been working to eliminate trans fat from their products due to health concerns and regulatory pressures. So, yeah, people know that these things are happening. Chemists already know that these things are there. But still, we cannot help. We need the trans fats in the kurkure and lace to increase their shelf life and other things also. So now, if I ask you, what is the thing that is present in kurkure and lace? First thing is trans fat. So I am talking about subjective point of view, test point of view, your schooling point of view. So what trans fat? What do you mean by trans fat? Hydrogenation of oils. So that you should know. Okay, I mean trans fat can be formed. How you can form a trans fat? That is due to hydrogenation of oils. I'll show you the picture of this now. Okay. So 1 second, be in the line. Yes, I think I'm audible. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So if I talk about subjective point of view, so what is the thing present in kurkure and Lays?
Trans fat.
Trans fats. And how can you produce trans fat? With the help of hydrogenation of oils, which is sometimes used in the preparation of snack food. That is okay. And what is the purpose of adding trans fat? To increase the shelf life. That you should know. Yes, that's all. These three are important points. And now coming to acrylamide. So you should say like acrylamide. It's like acrylamide. Acrylamide. So what is that? So acrylamide is a chemical that can form in starchy food. Can you tell me what is this starch? Have you heard this somewhere now before slides?
Ma'am, it's present in
Carbohydrates.
carbohydrates.
Ma'am, carbohydrates.
Exactly. Carbohydrates. So obviously carbohydrates are nothing but sugars, starch.
Sugar.
Obviously not good for your health again. Sugars are not good for your health, right? So starchy food during high temperature cooking process. So acrylamide is not actually exactly starch. It's a chemical. It's actually a chemical that can form in starchy foods. It can form in starchy foods during high temperature cooking process. So if you are cooking some certain kind of food in a high flame, for example, in a high temperature, so you can expect acrylamide to release in that particular food. Yes, such as frying or baking. Normally, they are not talking about kurkure or lays. In normal, in any kind of food items, starchy food items, if you burn them more, like, or if you fry them for long, if you bake them for long, you can expect acrylamide to release in that. Yes, it has been classified as potential human carcinogen. What do you mean by the word carcinogen? Do you know what is carcinogen?
And something harmful to us.
What?
And something harmful.
Very harmful, obviously. So what is this carcinogenic? So if I'm telling something as carcinogenic, what do you mean by that? Anybody know? Anybody know? Cancer initiating. It will induce cancer. It will make your cells as a cancer cell. So if I'm telling some food item is carcinogenic in nature, carcinogenic. If I tell you this, it means that this food item can induce cancer to your body. You can get cancer at any time. Anytime. Basically, yes. So acrylamide is a chemical. When you heat the starchy food in high temperature, such as frying or baking, this acrylamide will release. That is the first point. And then acrylamide is a chemical, no? Acrylamide is classified under the carcinogenic substance. Human carcinogenic substance means if you intake acrylamide in high amount, you may get cancer in future. That's for sure, because it is carcinogenic. Both kurkure and lays are typically fried at high temperature. To get that crunchiness and to get that munchiness, to get that flavor, they will fry it in high temperatures, obviously. So and obviously they are rice products, again, they are rice products, like they are made up of rice flours, potatoes, mixed with the rice. How they will make normal chips, right? Kind of. So when you increase them with the high temperature, obviously what will happen? Acrylamide will release. If acrylamide is releasing, then obviously what happened? That is a human carcinogenic substance. So it will lead to cancer. Not immediately, slowly, not now. If you are intaking lace for about 10 years, in the 11th year, you will get cancer. That's all. Yes. Which
And
can result. Yeah.
once in a week is fine. Is once in a week fine?
You should not intake them on a regular basis. Twice in a week, 2 weeks once, it's fine. Sometime is fine, but not a regular basis, which can result in the formation of acrylamide. Obviously, so lays and kurkure are deep fried things, both are deep fried. So in that case, they will have, yeah.
Ma'am, we can take hot chips, shop they make it freshly, right?
You can take. So, yeah. So in this paragraph, exam point of view, I'm talking about, you should know what is an acrylamide and you should know what is that? It's a chemical. And how the acrylamide is forming. You should know that. And you should know that acrylamide is a harmful chemical that can induce cancer to you. That is human. The word is carcinogenic. You should know this word. You should not forget this. In biology, that is a problem. You should be able to memorize what is the meaning of the certain biological term. So in this, we learned a new term, carcinogenic. It means cancer inducing. So you should know that. If somebody asks you, you should say, yes, Kurkure and Lays is having acrylamide. You should pronounce like acrylamide. Acrylamide is very harmful chemical. It's a chemical substance. How it is forming? When you heat them when you eat any starchy food for a long time, if you fry them at a high temperature or bake them in the high temperature, so they can form acrylamide and that will be a human carcinogenic substance. That's all. Exam point of view. Yes? Got everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that's all for today. We'll stop here. And now I want you people to, yeah, what homework ready? So wait a minute. I said I'll show you something. I said I'll show you hydrogenation of oil. I'll show that. So hydrogenation of oil. See here. So I think, see here, fats. I hope everyone can see the window. Fats, solid at room temperature. Oil, liquid at room temperature. So here, where is hydrogenation of oil? What the chemical reactions? See, this is very clear. Hydrogenation is a process that reduces unsaturated fatty acid of triglycerides by attaching hydrogen atom. As I told you, hydro means hydrogen. Genation means forming of hydrogen. So somewhere you're attaching the hydrogen. It means like you're adding the hydrogen group. In what? In unsaturated fatty acids. At the point of unsaturation in the presence of catalyst, usually nickel. So if you see this one, see this one. It's very clear here. Why it's not coming? So see this one. So this is some ethane, no? Some chemical compound. So they are adding the hydrogen here. Can you see? H plus H2. So basically hydro is getting generated. It means you're generating the hydrogen to, it means you're attaching. Basically you're attaching the hydrogen to some compound. It is becoming as a ethane. So when you attach, it's first ethene, that is C double bond C with 4 hydrogen. And you're adding 2 more hydrogen. So that 2 more hydrogen is getting formed here. So 1 bond is removed and here 2 bonds are there. So it become ethane. And now cyclohexane, this is another example. See here, this is cyclohexane, another compound, chemical compound. Don't have to go in very deep. Again, you're adding hydrogen to that and it is making cyclohexane. So basically what is hydrogenation means? Adding the hydrogen group in one chemicals. Any chemical. Here it is ethene, cyclohexene, any chemical it can be. Yes? Now got it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then bye. We will meet in the next class. I'll tell you about homework. Okay?
Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for teaching.